Hello friends! So it's finally time for the new episode of Museum Diaries, and this time I will try to be very fast with the things that happened, and we had a lot of stuff happening constantly in the museum. So on the 7th of September we had a birthday party in our new space that we just finished renovating. It took us all summer. We started in May and finished somewhere in the end of the August, and even after the opening of the new space we constantly had to adjust some stuff, and there is still things to do, but at least the place is fully manageable and it's full of new cool stuff. So in the new space we put Nintendo Wii, because we have more space there to jump around, and NES Mini went very well with old furniture, and we just found out that people really prefer to play NES Mini than the real NES, because you don't have to change the cartridge, and of course you can save all the time, so it became pretty popular in the museum. And of course we moved the party space in the new space. Wow, that sounds stupid. So vinyl player, vinyls, all that stuff, and took us a lot of time, and of course a lot of people helped us, and volunteers, friends, and even my father. So we all together made this new room look quite nice and white. So we had the birthday. The birthday party went quite well, and many people showed up. We had music, thanks to Pavel, and Camille played some music in the evening. The table was made out of random stuff, looked interesting really. And after that, in 1 week we finally got our new arcades from Arcade Legends in France, and thanks to them we now have 4 new arcades. 3 of them are Naomi systems, and quite famous ones, House of the Dead 2, Crazy Taxi, and Virtua Tennis. And we improved them a bit, made them free play, and made that they don't make any sound when no one is playing. So they look very well, and for Estonia it's great to have new arcades in Tallinn, finally. Sadly we got one more arcade, Super Hang-On, and I was more interested in this one because it's really like historical arcade, year 87, and in 4 days it broke. First small sprites got invisible, and it started kind of melting down, bit by bit, sprites, then constant shutters, some problems, and in the end just stopped working at all. And our technician Nikita worked with his friend for 8 hours on this arcade, tried to bring it back to life, and he understood that there is so much stuff wrong that in the end we almost got the perfect picture, and again it just stopped working at all, just nothing. So we got pretty upset, and then we were so interested to bring it back that we installed Raspberry Pi inside. So we removed the original PCB and installed Raspberry Pi and emulated the arcade quite well, very close to the original. If you will go to the museum and you don't know that it's Raspberry Pi, you will even not see that. And it was a really long process, about 2 weeks long, and it's such a cool, interesting story how we made it, how Nikita made it, and I was just standing around helping him a bit. I think I will have to do a separate video about that process. It's very interesting how we managed to bring back this arcade very close to the original, and fully working with the original controls and the original CRT TV. And after that we had a lot of events, adventures, new stuff. We put to the museum first ever Soviet Pong, fully working. It's another Nikita's project. He took 2 consoles, put them together and made one that works. And we got new stuff, new games, silver PlayStation 2 now working in the museum, and even got new like info stands. So the September was very active. And we had a few events. Geek Out Party, one of them we were invited, and the other one is AniMatsuri. That event went much better than I was anticipating. So we've been before on the Hypertown Tallinn and Riga, and mostly it was like esports and a bit of cosplay, and this time AniMatsuri is more about cosplay and Japanese culture, and everything else is just like additional. So this event, of course, in Tartu is a bit smaller, but it was very nice. We had a lot of fun. We went there like 5 people, like a full team, and really had a great time, and we were very happy that we can openly advertise the museum. There are no restrictions, and we made a few tournaments. One of them is Super Smash Bros. Melee. It was first time when I took a GameCube with me somewhere. Other one is Mario Kart 64. That was quite interesting competition, and then there were so many people who were willing to participate that I couldn't even put all the people into competition, otherwise it would take me like 3 hours, and I was like, oh, no. So that went very well, and of course we gave a few free tickets to the museum, and yeah, I would go there again, really, like for the next year, I think. And I was not even, waiting for anything interesting there. I was like, okay, let's help the event, let's go there, let's provide some retro consoles. But in the end, it went much better than I was thinking.
The people who have brought wonderful retro games, retro consoles and retro games to our wonderful game room, and have been doing music yesterday and doing a lot of cool stuff, and also providing prizes for our performers. LVLup. LVLup is an old video games museum in Tallinn. If you're in Tallinn, go and visit them.
And what's interesting is that I was thinking that it will be mainly children, but really it was like youngsters and grown-ups mostly. Like, I didn't see any children there, so I can see that those people are really passionate about cosplay, about Japanese culture, about this event. And as I understood, it's like 13 years already happening in Tartu, so there is a legacy already, and I'm happy to be part of this legacy now. So those are the main news. Of course, there were much more things, and then there was a crazy month full of renovation and adventures. But I don't want to make this video long. I just want to tell you about the main stuff. So we finally went through the mark of 1 year. We expanded the space. We're working constantly with different organizations, and now we're trying to maybe find some sponsors or maybe make some new interesting projects. So that's it for now, and we will meet next time, maybe in 1 or 2 months. I don't know. Let's see how much time I will have to do those kind of videos.